Hello YouTube, this is Shine and welcome to my channel, AC Shaman TV. And if you're new, welcome and don't forget to subscribe. So this reading is Donald Trump September. So let's get started and see what's coming up for Donald Trump for the month of September for his presidency. Donald Trump September for his presidency. Donald Trump's presidency. What can we know for the month of September 2019? Donald Trump's presidency. What can we know? We've got the Queen of Spring. The Four of Winter. The Eagle card. And the Seven of Summer. Let's see. Okay. Let me pull some more cards actually. We've got the Prince of Summer. The Prince of Spring. The King of Spring. The Dreamer. The Five of Autumn. And the Chariot. Okay, let's see here. First card is the Queen of Spring. So there is a Queen of Spring that is in his environment. Either we're going to know about her or hear about her. This Queen of Spring keeps coming up for me, but I don't know who exactly it is. But she is someone who is actually affecting him. We have this Four of Winter here. This person is causing some kind of anxiety and worry for him, that it's creating problems for him in terms of his health, because his health in the month of September is going to be affected. He really needs to take some time and deal with it. Deal with this Queen of Spring, but also deal with his health. Maybe he'll also take a break and go to Mar-a-Lago, to his resort, or one of his resorts. And maybe also this woman is someone who he's having some kind of a relationship with as well. And I don't know if that's why it's creating a health issue for him, because he doesn't want this particular situation to come out. I just want to clarify, I feel like I'm going to be getting layers here, because I feel like there's this Queen of Spring who is going to cause problems for him. Now, it could be the same Queen of Spring that he's having some kind of connection with, some kind of romantic connection with at the same time. But whoever it is causing him some kind of problem, some kind of worry. We have the Ego card, This is him feeling trapped, feeling stuck in this situation. And and again, there is that worry about this Queen of Spring. As I was just gonna say that I'm getting things in layers, this is also China that he's worried about, that he has this connection with, and he feels that he's trapped in the situation that he's put out there in terms of the trade, the battle that he's having with China. And so he's really worried about how things are going to go with that. We have the Seven of Summer. He needs to make a decision. He needs to make a decision around China, around a few other things going on for him. But because there's so much going on and he's exhausted, his health isn't good, he's not thinking clearly. It's also affecting his digestive system. So there's a lot going on for him right now, but he needs to make a decision, several decisions. We have the Prince of Spring. He needs to make some kind of decision around this Queen of Spring, and he also needs to make a quick decision around China as well. And he needs to let his ego go so that he can make the right decision for the people of the US, but also this is affecting people around the world in terms of the stock market and how China is reacting to Donald Trump, and how China is going to react to others around the world. The behavior of the US is going to almost like set a precedence for China to behave in a certain way. We have the King of Spring. This is Donald Trump himself here, trying to sort out what's going on with China, how to sort out how he's going to deal with his health. With the ego card sitting here and with this Four of Winter, I don't know if he's having to take certain medications that are altering his behavior as well, but he needs to be careful of that. He also needs to not allow his actual ego to affect the trade talks with China, because that could be a big problem. We have the Dreamer card. He's wanting to make a new step. He wants to make changes in terms of how things are going with China, but his ego, his actual ego is creating a problem. If he's able to put that aside, he may be able to actually communicate in a way that would make him succeed in this trade talks with China. He wants to make a lot of different decisions around some long-term plans. He wants to put some things into play. He wants to show that he's created some either some new laws or some new ideas that are implemented. We have the Five of Autumn. If he's not careful, there's going to be a lot of loss for the US. with this trade situation with China. But again, he can sort it out if he pulls back his ego and really maybe even get some advice on how best to deal with China. Because I don't think he really understands. They're not going to just uh, bow down to him. This Queen of Spring, not China, but this other woman, maybe also trying to get some money from him as well to keep things quiet. I don't know what things, but to keep something quiet, whether it's an actual love relationship or it's whatever connection they have. She's wanting something to keep things quiet. And that's why it's stressful for him and it's worrisome for him. She may also have some dealings with his finances, or she may have some information around his finances. We have the Chariot. Again, he could have some success with China if he pulls back his ego and be able to direct this situation in a different manner, be able to proceed forward and make a new start. But he needs to make this decision very, very quickly, like real soon. Otherwise, China is not going to want to bend to his suggestion, because the longer he waits, the more China becomes more solid and will not be so easily swayed. Let's see what else we get. What else can we know about Donald Trump's September that's in the shadows that we can know but don't know? What can we know that's in the shadows for Donald Trump's September that we don't know but can know? What's in the shadows of Donald Trump's September? We have the Princess of Winter. He needs to really listen to advice that he gets. As much as he may not want to hear it, he needs to really listen to what is actually happening in relation with China. He really needs to hear the truth. And he also needs to be realistic about what's going on with his health, what's going on with him. And he needs to pay attention to that really quickly. We have the Strength card. He's gonna really need to tap into his inner strength during this month of September, because there's a lot that he wants to do. If he truly wants to make this new change or start this new these new ideas that he has, he really needs to go within and not be so concerned about how he looks in terms of how he appears or how he wants people to perceive him, and let that go so that he can take the proper steps to bring about what it is that he's wanting. But his personality is gonna be a challenge for him in that sense, because he wants to be perceived in a particular way. He wants light to be shed on him being able to do something. And that could be a downfall for him at this time. We have the Nine of Spring. He's continuing to fight. He's continuing to stand strong in what he wants to do. He's not wanting to give up very easily. He's not going to give up his financial information very easily. He's not wanting to give up on this trade situation with China very easily, but he really needs to think about if he's going in the right direction with all of this, and how is this going to affect him and the people of the US, and actually even people around the world. But he's holding on to his inner strength, but he really needs to see the reality of what is actually going on. One more card. What else can we know about Donald Trump's September? One more card. What can we know about Donald Trump's September? Donald Trump September. What can we know? We have the Eight of Winter. He feels bound. He feels stuck. It's like he's a prisoner within his own self. He also feels as though he's not free to do the things he wants to do, and to do it in the way that he wants to do it. And so he's feeling restricted. He's also feeling very isolated in this month of September, because things aren't going in the way that he wants it to. And that's why he feels he has to continue to fight. He has to continue to be strong in the midst of all that is happening for him. But he's alone at this time, because a lot of people are not understanding what is going on with the things that he's doing. He's feeling alone, even though there's a lot of people around him. He's really feeling isolated. He's feeling deserted. And that's why he feels he has to continue to fight, continue to stand firm in what it is that he believes, and not really listening to what people are telling him, the advice that's there for him. But hopefully he will listen to some advice that comes his way in terms of how to deal with China before it's too late. So that is my reading for Donald Trump September, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.